A very good morning to the lecturer. My name is Darshini Ganapati and my metric number is S67716. And today I'll be presenting about the answer from my individual assignment of cost accounting. And we'll start with the plant-wide POHR. To find the value of plant-wide POHR, we need to know the estimated data for April 2023. So we'll start with the factory overhead cost. We will list down the estimation factory overhead here with the value 256,000 and continue with estimated direct labor hours, which is the value is 16,000. And to find the total POHR, you have to divide both the values. This right. Yes, and we will get 16 for the POHR. Next, we'll move to the requirement D overhead applied. For the overhead applied here, we will start with to find the actual direct labor hours. The formula for actual direct labor hours is the direct labor divided with direct labor cost per hour. So the calculation will be 12,200 divided with 20. So for the 12,200 divided with 20, we can know the answer for it is 12,220 will be divided with 20. Value here is 601. So we'll continue with job D20. So for the job D20, the calculation would be the same. Direct labor over will be divided with direct labor cost per hour. So the calculation also will be 860 will be divided with 20. So the will divide 860 with 20. So you'll get 403. And the same will goes to the job E33. We will take direct labor and divide with direct labor cost per hour. So the calculation here is 3,640 will be divided with 20. So the calculation will be divided with 20. So calculation will be 182. So to find the overhead applied for job Y12, we need to know the calculation formula is POHR times with actual direct labor hours. So the POHR is 60 and the direct labor hours is the calculation that we did before. So the answer will be, sorry. So the calculation will be 16 will be times with 611. So the 16 here is sum. So the 16 here is POHR will be times with 611. So the answer is 9,776. And the second one, job D20. So the over applied, we will use the actual direct labors hours for job D20. Is 16 equals sum with 403 is 6,448. And we'll go to the third one, job E33. Like POHR, and the value here is 16 will be times with 182. So negative sum is equals to 16 times with 182. So the value here is 2,912. So when we want to know the total overhead applied, we have to total up all the overhead applied counted here, which is equals to 19,136. So we'll move to the requirement C. So for the requirement C here, we have to find all the actual factory overhead costs given in the transaction above. First, we'll start with the indirect material and then indirect labor, selling, administrative salaries, manufacturing, depreciation, selling and administrative assets, incurred factory utilities, depreciation, manufacturing asset, and also incurred factory utilities costs, incurred other factory overhead costs. So all these five, all these five factory overhead will be considered as actual factory overhead. So we have to plus all the value here. So the value here will be 21,800. So we'll move to under and over applied overhead. To find the under or over applied overhead, we have to take actual overhead, which is 21,800. And also we'll move to the applied overhead. So the applied overhead here is 19,136. So to find the applied overhead, we have to find the differences between both the values, which is 2,660. So it will be considered as under applied overhead because the actual overhead is larger than the applied overhead. So next we'll move to the cost of goods manufactured. To find the cost of goods manufactured, we'll start with direct material cost. For the direct material cost, we can know that 180,000 of materials is used for the production and 6,000 is considered as indirect material. So the balance will be considered as direct material, which is 174,000. So the value here is 174,000. So next is direct labor cost. Direct labor cost we will find with some total up all these three jobs. So to find the value here, we have to plus all the value. Sorry. So when we sum all the value here to 23,920. So next we'll move to the manufacturing overhead costs. For the manufacturing overhead costs, you will take the actual factory overhead, which is 21,800. So next we'll move to the beginning working process. For the beginning working process, I will take the value 21,000 over here. And for the ending working process, we will take the value from the table above, which is negative 149,060 because in cost of goods manufactured, ending working process will be deducted. So to find the sum of cost of goods manufactured, we will sum all this value here, which is 91,660. We'll move to the last one, income statement. First, we will find out the net sales. From the table above, we can know that the net sale is 120,000. So we'll move to the next one, which is cost of goods sold. To find the cost of goods sold, we'll have to plus the beginning goods, finished good inventory, which is 108,000, And next is cost of good manufactured. The cost of good manufactured, we will get the value from here, which is 91,660. And next one will move to the cost of goods available for sale. For the cost of goods available for sale, we will plus this finished good inventory and also cost of goods manufactured here. And the value here is 199,660. So next one is finished goods inventory for ending. So for this value, we will minus the value, which is 62,000. So from here, we can find the cost of goods sold, and the value for cost of goods sold is 137,660. And next we'll move to the 100 applied overhead. So for the 100 applied overhead, we have to plus the value, which is 2,664. And then next we'll move to the adjusted cost of goods sold. For the adjusted cost of goods sold, we will have to plus cost of goods sold and also under applied overhead. And then we'll move to the gross loss. So for the gross loss, it's considered as gross loss because the net sales is smaller than the adjusted cost of goods sold. So we will have to minus 120,000 with the value 140,324. So we will get the gross loss 20,324. And then we'll move to the operating expenses. For the operating expenses, we will take selling, administrative salaries, manufacturing, depreciation, selling and administrative assets, and also advertising expenses. So for all the three values, we will put in the bracket because the value will be deducted from the income statement. So when we plus all the operating expense here, we will get the value 22,000. So to find the net income, we have to plus the gross loss and also operating expenses. Which is 42,324. So the value here is in negative, so it will be considered as net loss. And that's all from me. Thank you.